Welcome to Blood Runs Cold, the channel where horror fans gather to explore the darkest corners of the world. If you crave disturbing stories, chilling visuals, or unforgettable nightmares, you've just found your new favorite haunt. I've always had an unhealthy curiosity about the deep web. I never wanted to buy anything illegal or dangerous, but I was fascinated by the stories. The idea that there were corners of the internet you weren't supposed to see. Most of the time it was boring. Abandoned forums, half-broken search engines, and pages that led nowhere. But one night I found something that still keeps me awake. It started in a forum thread about live streams buried on Tor. Most were nothing special. Hacked security cameras of restaurants, parking lots, and occasionally people's front porches. But one user dropped a link with no description. Just, "Watch carefully." The site was almost empty. No menu, no ads, just one video window. It showed what looked like a normal studio apartment. Dingy carpet, beige walls, a coffee table with empty takeout boxes. A man sat on a couch, scrolling through his phone. I thought it was just a random security feed. For about 15 minutes, nothing happened. Then the man stopped moving. He tilted his head to the side, listening to something. Slowly, he looked up. And then, he looked straight into the camera. I froze. His eyes were locked on the lens like he knew I was there. Then, without breaking eye contact, he reached under the couch cushion, pulled out a piece of paper, and held it up. On it, in thick black marker, were the words, "Stop watching." I slammed my laptop shut. My heart was pounding so hard I could barely breathe. But curiosity is poison. The next night I went back. The site was still up, but the feed had changed. Now the camera was angled toward the front door from inside the apartment. The man wasn't on the couch anymore. The room was empty, except for the door, which had 3 deadbolts at the top. For 10 minutes, nothing happened. Then I noticed something. The faint sound of breathing. The mic must have been live because I could hear someone just out of frame. Shaky, uneven breaths. I exited immediately. That should have been the end of it. But over the next week, little things started happening in my own apartment. First, I noticed my front door. I live in a 1-bedroom with only 2 locks. But when I came home from work one night, there was a faint outline scratched into the wood above the doorknob, like someone had traced where a 3rd lock could be. Then, one morning, my laptop turned itself on. The browser was open to a black screen with just a video window. I didn't click it. It just loaded, and what it showed nearly made me pass out. It was my living room. The camera was angled low from the corner of the floor, as if a laptop had been placed there. And on the screen I could see myself, fast asleep on the couch. I've never used that laptop again. And I don't stay up late anymore, because sometimes when I pass my front door at night, I swear I can hear faint breathing on the other side. Years ago, when I was first experimenting with Tor, I stumbled across something bizarre. It looked like a marketplace. The layout reminded me of eBay, rows of listings with timestamps and IDS. Except, all the listings were blank. No images, no titles, no descriptions, just timestamps. Every hour, a new one would appear, always at the top, always empty. Then, after exactly 60 minutes, it would vanish. At first, I thought it was broken, but I couldn't stop checking. The pattern was too precise. One night, I refreshed the page at exactly 1 a.m. Instead of a blank listing, the new entry had a single line of text. "You're next, 0143. My chest went cold. It was the first and only time I'd seen actual words on the site. I waited, staring at the screen, telling myself it was a joke. But as the clock hit 1:43, my Wi-Fi suddenly cut out. My phone lost signal too. Every device in my apartment went offline at once. And then, 3 deliberate knocks on my front door. I didn't move. I didn't breathe. The knocks came again, slower this time. I could see the faint shadow of feet under the crack. Whoever it was just stood there waiting. Finally, after what felt like hours, they left. My Wi-Fi came back immediately. The listing on the page was gone. For days after, I couldn't sleep. I checked the site obsessively, but it never loaded again. It was like it had vanished. That was 3 years ago. And sometimes when I wake up in the middle of the night, I'll hear the faintest sound. 3 slow knocks against the door. This one came from a friend who sent me a Tor link saying, "You'll like this. It's creepy." It was a bare-bones IRC chat room, about 20 users online. They didn't talk to each other, they just posted lines of text. Things like, "Bridge collapse, 7:19. Apartment fire, 11:46. I assumed it was some role-playing gimmick until the next day. On the morning news, a bridge had collapsed in another state. The timestamp, 7:19. I went back, uneasy but hooked. More predictions appeared. A store robbery, a blackout, a car crash. Every single one happened within 24 hours, down to the exact minute. I tried asking how they knew. Just a simple message? "Is this a game?" The response was instant, from a user named Seer. "We know because we're watching, and now we're watching you too." The chat went dead silent. One by one, users logged off until it was just me and Seer. After a full minute, another line appeared. "Check your window." I snapped my laptop shut. My heart was pounding. I didn't dare look. But that wasn't the end. Over the next few weeks, I noticed something strange. Whenever I joined any online chat room, even innocent ones on Discord or gaming servers, a username I didn't recognize would pop in. Sometimes it was Seer. Other times it was variations. See you, watching, profit. Always there for a few seconds, never saying a word, then vanishing. I stopped using the deep web entirely, but even now, years later, I'll occasionally see the name pop up somewhere unexpected. Once, it was in my work Slack. Another time, it was in the players list of an offline game I was playing. I don't know how they do it, and I don't know if one day the next prediction in that chat room will have my name attached.